second year. Is the installation process is it different? Is it smoother? Is it easier?
Yeah, it's smoother, easier, just simply because I've been around the kids. I've been able to work in my thoughts. We've been able to study ourselves and progress us and move forward. So we've got a plan. It's kind of a year-long plan, and it's been good. I think the kids are much more comfortable with what we're doing now and how we're doing it. I know I am, so it helps.
Shawn, everywhere you've been, all the stops in your career as coordinator, have you noticed your offense get better from year one to year two, whether that's because of quarterback development or just guys being more comfortable with your system and stuff like that?
Probably both. Yeah, it'd have to be both. A lot of it is always centered around the quarterback, and having Kenny in a position where he's in right now is a major help. And then the fact that I think you get into when you get into a program, you begin to understand the skill sets that you're dealing with, and then you can begin to utilize those skill sets and target them to their abilities to kind of bring the extra stuff to the offense. And I always felt like, for me, it's always, the run game is always number one. And so I love having David Morgan here because he's part of my past, and we both really get each other and, believe in the same things in terms of the run game. So.
What about, that offensive line? It's kind of, you have 4 redshirt seniors, but only like 2 returning starters or something like that. So, how's that group coming together?
It is good. I'm happy with the progress. Stefano got here in the summer, and immediately, character-wise, was a really good fit. I think his personality was a really good fit in the room. His character, the kids really, they're in that room respecting him almost immediately because of who he is. So it's a good fit. And that has added a lot to the room because he has played football. He's played. And we're going to do some things a little bit different than what he's done, but he's had the experience of playing, which helps because he's been coached, he's been prepared, so he has a little understanding of what David's trying to do in that room. I do like the chemistry of that that group of kids, and I'm going to put Jimmy in there because Jimmy really captains so much of that room, and everybody respects him. He's like Kenny is to the offensive line. He's a guy who mentally gets everybody fixed and on the same page, and he is a great student of the game, and the guys really respect him because they know he's knowledgeable and works hard. So he's a good fit with those 4 that you're talking about, and I like the fact that we have 4 kids that have played, they've been prepared, have had football. I know Brooks is the only one, and Jimmy coming back as starters, but I like that group of guys and like the way they're working. We have a lot to prove, but the chemistry part of it, added with the experience, has been, I think, I'm very happy with where they're at because you can feel them. There's camaraderie there.
Kind of had dual starters last year at tight end. They're both gone now. Will Gregg, I'd call him seldom used at Arkansas, but what do you make of how much you think he can help you guys starting right away?
He's been really done a really nice job. Again, another guy who's come in and really fit in because of his character, and he's been prepared. He's played at high. Been in a room where the competition's at a high level. He's a nice pass matchup. That's what I actually recruited him when we were at Texas, and he's what I thought he was. He's a really good pass matchup, and he's eager and willing in the run game, and he knows what he has to do to develop because his brother, ended up as a great player there as a tight end at Arkansas, and he's open to aspirations of following his brother, so he's motivated. So all those things really help. I like what he brings to our table as a matchup guy. And then Tyler Sears played really good for us early, and we expected that because he did play. And he's really taken a leadership role in there and done a nice job.
From what you saw through the spring and then through the summer, who stands out for you out of the receiver group as guys who can really take a step forward this year?
Well, I think really the whole group, honestly. It's I would expect to see Aaron's going to have an opportunity now because Jesper's gone. Dontavius is back healthy, so he's going to have an opportunity. Guys like Trey Tipton, Trey's played ball, but also been kind of in and out. He's really got a more significant role now because he's healthy. He also has competition that he feels. And Shockey, who's a young freshman coming in, Frenchie, because we're playing him a couple different spots, adds to that. I know I'm probably forgetting somebody, but it's competitive in both of those positions, and then at the slot position too. So, we have good numbers, and we have a competitive group there. And when there's competition, you see guys elevating the game. I think the competition is the one thing that I would point to early that you could feel in the summer, but it was obvious to me in 2 days of practice that has brought a new edge to that room. I've talked to them about having a posse. I don't want 1 or 2 or 3 receivers. I want 6 guys, 7, 8, whatever. In my past, I played a lot of guys, because we want to keep fresh guys in who can play full speed. So that room's been really competitive and bought into that.